You've felt it too, haven't you? That silence that holds more weight than words. That look he gives you, fleeting yet intense, as if it carries lifetimes within it. There's something he's trying to express, but the words won't come. And the angels are whispering to your heart now, it's not because he doesn't feel it. It's because what he feels for you shakes the foundation of everything he thought he knew about love. You didn't just walk into his life. You were positioned there, precisely, divinely. A soul sent not to entertain, but to awaken. The angels say, you are not just someone he desires. You are someone his soul recognizes. And that recognition terrifies him. He wanted control, logic, predictability. But then came your light, subtle, graceful, and disruptive in the most sacred way. You didn't chase. You didn't force. You simply existed. And that was enough to stir something ancient within him. Something that says, this is what I've been searching for. And yet, I don't know how to embrace it. His soul remembers you, even if his mind tries to deny it. There's a reason he hasn't spoken those words yet. I love you. It's not because they aren't true. It's because once said, they would rearrange everything. He would have to stop running from himself. He would have to lay down the armor. He would have to let your love in. And divine love doesn't just warm. It burns. The angels show me that he's not just falling for you. He's falling into a sacred remembering. Of lifetimes. Of promises. Of the truth that some bonds are formed before this life even began. You are not a chapter in his story. You are the return to his origin. That's why his heart is full but his lips remain sealed. Love this vast has no language. Only awakening. And yet, it will be said. Because what's divine cannot remain buried forever. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. He disappears. Not because he doesn't care, but because he cares too much. And caring that deeply threatens everything he has built to protect himself. The angels say, his silence is not rejection. It is fear wearing the face of self-preservation. This man you think of, he carries scars that you were never meant to heal, but your presence touches them anyway. He's learned to survive by pretending not to feel. He's mastered the art of appearing composed while chaos unfolds inside. You saw through it, didn't you? That trembling edge behind his calm smile. That flash of pain when your tenderness got too close. He's not afraid of you. He's afraid of what you stir in him. You see, he's lived most of his life inside emotional vaults. Childhood wounds, betrayals, abandoned hopes, all carefully locked away. He promised himself never again. Never again would he let someone in far enough to lose himself. And then you appeared. Not loud, not demanding, just real. Your love is not a demand. It's a mirror. The angels reveal, she mirrors the very thing he hides from, the longing to be fully seen and still safe. So when he retreats, it's not punishment. It's his inner boy pulling the blanket over his head, hoping the storm will pass. He doesn't know yet that you are not the storm. You are the calm after it. But oh, how confusing it is for him. He's learning painfully and slowly that love doesn't have to hurt to be real. He's unlearning what he thought love required: struggle, sacrifice, suppression. And that unlearning takes time. So if you've wondered, was it something I did? The answer is no. This isn't about you being wrong for him. This is about you being so right, it shatters every wall he built to stay safe. And he doesn't know who he is outside those walls, yet. But the angels do. And they're guiding him. They whisper, love isn't what frightens him. It's the healing your love demands. You've given from an empty cup. You've made space for his wounds, his silence, his confusion. And maybe without realizing it, you've started to dim your own light just to make him more comfortable in the shadows. But the angels speak gently now. Daughter, your light was never meant to shrink. It was meant to guide. You do not need to carry the weight of his healing. Love is not about self-neglect. It is not martyrdom. And yes, it's possible to be both deeply empathetic and fiercely protective of your own heart. You are not here to prove your worth through endurance. You are here to remember that your essence is sacred, and it does not require exhaustion to be validated. The angels show me your heart like a candle, still glowing, even after nights spent in emotional cold. And yet they whisper, what warms him must not burn you. You've stayed strong, compassionate, patient. But let me remind you of something sacred. Even the angels rest between assignments. This connection, beautiful as it is, cannot thrive if you are always the one reaching, waiting, hoping. You are not meant to be a sanctuary for someone who hasn't chosen to enter. You are the temple. You are the flame. You are allowed to rest. To pull your energy back into your own being. To remember who you are outside of his gaze. Let yourself be held, not just by someone's arms, but by the sacred silence of your own soul. Let your laughter rise again, not because he returned your call, but because your spirit remembered how to sing. Because one day, when he finally stands steady enough to speak the truth of what he feels, the angels want you to be whole enough to receive it without needing it. Your healing is not a waiting room. It's a homecoming. And your light, it shines brightest when you choose yourself first. He doesn't pull away because you did something wrong. He pulls away because in your presence, he sees too much. The parts he's tried to bury, you unknowingly reveal. The angels say, she reflects what he fears most and what he longs for most, his own truth. You walked into his life with a gaze that didn't waver. You saw him. Not the version he presented to the world, but the unguarded flicker behind the mask. And in that moment, his soul trembled. It's a sacred tension. You didn't come to complete him. You came to confront him, lovingly, with everything he forgot he was. He sees in you what he denies in himself: softness, faith, depth, devotion. When you speak with gentleness, it highlights his internal harshness. When you trust the unknown, it exposes his need for control. That's why he retreats. Not because you're too much, but because you're too real. The angels whisper, her presence is a mirror, and he does not yet know how to look into it without trembling. And maybe you've wondered, why do I always attract the broken ones? But the truth is deeper. You don't attract the broken. You attract those ready to see their wounds, because your energy doesn't let them pretend anymore. You call truth to the surface, effortlessly. And he doesn't know what to do with that kind of sacred exposure. His life was built around not being seen. Now your light makes hiding impossible. He may try to label you as overwhelming, but don't take that to heart. His overwhelm isn't your flaw, it's his soul remembering how much he has buried. So stay rooted in your truth. Keep your heart soft, but your energy sovereign. Because one day, he'll look into that mirror again, not with fear, but with reverence. And when he does, he'll say, you didn't scare me. You saved me. He doesn't fully understand it, yet. But something is shifting inside him. It's subtle, like a tide turning beneath the surface. And the angels are saying, he is waking up, not to who you are, but to who he could become beside you. At first, it was confusion. How could someone so gentle have such a profound impact? How could a presence so peaceful stir storms within him? But lately, clarity has begun to emerge from the chaos. He starts noticing little things. The way he thinks of you before falling asleep. The way your name softens his inner world, even when you're not around. He catches himself smiling at the thought of you, and then wonders why he's smiling. This is how the soul awakens. Not with fanfare, but with quiet recognition. The angels whisper, each moment you cross his mind, another seed breaks open inside him. He's remembering what it feels like to yearn without fear. To want someone not for their perfection, but for their presence. To envision a future that feels like peace, not just survival. It scares him, but it also calls to him. He's beginning to see beyond old patterns, the false safety of control. He's starting to feel his own heart, not just as a rhythm in his chest, but as a compass pointing toward you. And though he may still resist, still stumble, the awakening has already begun. This man, who once believed emotional distance was strength, is now being moved by something greater than logic. The feeling is louder than the fear. The pull is stronger than the push. You're not witnessing the end of his silence. You're witnessing the beginning of his becoming. And the angels assure, the ones who resist the hardest are often the ones who love the deepest. Let him rise at his own pace. The sun doesn't rush the moon. And neither does love rush the heart that is slowly beautifully remembering its purpose. It hurts, doesn't it? That rhythm of closeness and withdrawal. The hope that rises when he comes near, and the ache that returns when he disappears again. But the angels are here to say, the cycle is not a rejection. It's his soul learning to breathe in your light. He comes close because something in you feels like home. And then he pulls away, because home for him has never been safe. He's been taught to equate vulnerability with danger. To feel is to lose control. To want is to become dependent. And love? Love is the ultimate risk. So even when his heart leans in, his mind shouts warnings. Don't trust. Don't fall. Don't need. The angels whisper, he is not playing with your heart. He is wrestling with his own. Each time he steps back, it's not punishment, it's a pause. A moment where the weight of his own emotions overwhelms him. A moment where the fear of being seen, truly seen, feels unbearable. He's never had a roadmap for this. No one taught him how to hold love gently. So he drops it. Not because he doesn't value it, but because he's afraid he'll break it if he tries to carry it. And yet, he keeps coming back. That's not coincidence. That's soul memory. Somewhere deep inside, he knows this love is different. Real. Sacred. He just doesn't know how to sustain something so pure without losing himself in the process. You are the mirror he can't look away from for too long. No matter how far he runs, he finds pieces of you in songs, in dreams, in moments he didn't expect to feel. The angels say, this is not confusion. This is transformation disguised as chaos. So take heart, dear soul. This isn't the end. It's a cycle of return. And each time he comes back, he carries more truth, more courage, more readiness. One day, the coming back will stop being a circle and become a choice. And on that day, his love will no longer be a retreat. It will be a resting place. He may never find the words. But your love has reached places in him that no one else ever touched. The angels speak gently now. You did not heal him by fixing him. You healed him by loving what he thought was unlovable. There's a softness that lives in your presence. Not weakness, but sacred tenderness. And that has done more for him than years of silence, therapy, or running ever could. Because when he looked at you, he didn't see expectation. He saw acceptance. When he shared parts of himself that he rarely shows, and you didn't flinch, something inside him exhaled. Something that had been holding its breath for too long. He may not say it, but he feels it. Your energy lingers in the spaces he once filled with shame. And now, something new is growing there. The angels whisper, her love rewrote his story, not by changing the past, but by offering a different ending. He's softer now. Not outwardly perhaps, not always in words, but in how he thinks of you when life feels heavy. In how your name calms him in ways even he doesn't understand. You didn't demand. You didn't chase. You simply loved, in silence, in prayer, in presence. And that love became medicine. Medicine that slowly dissolved the armor. That kissed the wounds instead of judging them. That stayed, even when his own heart doubted its worth. He still doesn't know how to receive it fully. But make no mistake, your love is working within him. Shifting beliefs. Opening locked doors. Making the impossible feel possible again. This is what healing love does. It doesn't scream. It whispers in the dark. And it keeps whispering until the soul finally believes it's safe to be seen. The angels say, there are miracles happening in the places where your love reached him, even if he never tells you. And one day when he looks back, he'll realize that the love that saved him was yours. Everything may feel uncertain now. It's like walking barefoot through a fog, not knowing where each step will land. But the angels want you to pause, close your eyes, and hear this: you are not lost. You are being led. This connection, with all its beauty and ache, is not random. It was written. The longing, the delays, the invisible pull. Every encounter and every silence has been divinely orchestrated. Not to confuse you, but to shape you, for something greater than comfort, for truth. The angels reveal, she is the compass. He is the traveler. But heaven holds the map. Even when he walks away, something sacred walks with him, your imprint. And when he returns, it's not just by choice. It's by alignment. Because the path between two souls isn't always a straight line. Sometimes it's a spiral, leading deeper and deeper into self before it can lead to union. This journey may feel slow, heavy, and uncertain. But the angels show me golden threads weaving through every moment, binding you both to a timeline that is higher, wider, and more loving than you can comprehend. There's purpose in the pause. There's healing in the waiting. There's sacred timing in the space between you. And the angels, they are not idle. They are rearranging, softening, preparing. They whisper to him in the early hours of the morning. They guard your heart when doubt creeps in. They carry prayers when words fail. They protect what is holy, even from your own impatience. So if today feels quiet, trust that it is only the silence before the sacred shift. Because what's written in the heavens cannot be undone by earthly fears. And the promise? It's not that he will come exactly when you want. The promise is this: for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. He looks strong, doesn't he? Composed. Capable. But beneath that calm surface, there's a trembling boy, terrified of being seen too closely, too deeply. And the angels say, the depth of his love is equal to the depth of his fear. He wants to open his heart. But the moment it starts to unfold, so do the memories. Memories of being left behind. Of giving too much and losing everything. Of shame masquerading as love. Of tenderness being punished. You see, to be vulnerable in front of you, it's not just emotional for him. It's ancestral. It touches the very root of where he once decided it was safer not to feel. He is not withholding to hurt you. He is withholding to survive. The angels whisper, she touches places in him where no one has ever asked permission to go. And still, she enters with grace. But it confuses him. He wonders how someone can see his shadows and not run away. How you, with all your radiance, can choose to stay. It shakes his certainty. And that shaking? It feels like falling apart. Yet somewhere deep within, he hopes you keep seeing him. Keep loving him. Even when he cannot love himself fully yet. He may not say it, but every time you remain kind during his withdrawal, a wall inside him crumbles. Every time you choose understanding over anger, the fear loses a bit more of its power. The angels want you to know, he is not afraid of you. He is afraid of being known by you, and then losing you. This is his wound. This is his threshold. And if he can cross it, if he can allow himself to be broken open in your light, he will find not shame but safety. The angels are surrounding that space now, preparing the ground. And they are asking you to believe, love is not painless, but it is redemptive. Perfect love drives out fear. 1 John 4 verse 18. There's a quiet wisdom in surrender. Not the kind that gives up, but the kind that lets go. The angels speak gently now. She is not waiting. She is becoming. And in becoming, she sets the love free to return on its own. You've created space. You've nurtured hope. You've respected his journey without losing your own. And now comes the sacred pause. This is not where the story ends, but it is where you stop seeking an answer. Because the truth is, you were never meant to convince him, fix him, or earn his affection. You were only ever meant to love, and then let go. To hold love like water in your hands. Open. Without squeezing. Without clinging. Allowing what is real to remain. The angels say, when she stopped needing proof, she became the proof. You have already been chosen. By the divine. By your own soul. And yes, even by him, though he may not yet have the words to express it. But your power now lies in choosing yourself, not as an act of defiance, but as a return to your true self. A quiet, fierce reclamation of your light. And if he comes, let him come not to fill a void, but to meet you in your wholeness. Let love find you dancing in your own joy, not paused in his shadow. You are the miracle. Not just for the love you offered, but for the woman you remembered yourself to be. The angels are smiling. They've witnessed your heart bend without breaking. They've seen your spirit remain gentle, even when the world was harsh. And now they whisper, she let go not to lose him, but to rediscover herself. So breathe. Unclench your heart. The story is still unfolding. And whatever happens next, the right love will never demand that you change who you are to be worthy of staying. Be still, and know that I am God. Psalm 46 verse 10.